Gang, the boys are on the road with that Stay Trashy tour coming to a town near you.
Oh, yeah.
Grab the squad, come out and see us, a little stand-up comedy. Plus, we played a little AYG with the crowd. It's a good time.
Yeah, gang. June 14th, we're going to be at Hilarities in Cleveland. June 15th, we're going to be at the Funny Bone in Columbus. Then, obviously, we have New Jersey, the Vogel Theater, the second show added for that. Those tickets are going. Get them before they're gone. We'll be adding more shows. Get your tickets. areyougarbage.com. Love yous.
Yeah.
Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's new favorite podcast. This is Are You Garbage?
And it.
It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians, and we find out they're good to be classy.
Yeah.
Or if they're just a big old piece of trash.
Trash.
I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're out back here at Tootie's in the new edition, baby, getting ready for summer. She's upstairs in her room blasting guar. Must have had a rough day. She's letting it out up there.
Okay.
Really just coming through, man.
I'm surprised you know who Guar is.
Of course. What do you mean? I know what's
Look over,
going
you're
on out
covered
there.
in blood.
I know what the kids are doing out there.
Sure. And Tootie.
Of course, my co-host is coming at you from across the table. He is the CEO of Are You Garbage, but as the summer starts to roll around, he is known as Mr. Neptune down there on the boards.
Hey.
The kid likes the Sam's Pizza
Shout out to Wildwood.
and some medium-sized waves to do a little body surfing. Give it up for KJ, Kevin James Ryan.
What up, gang? Thanks for tuning in. As always, please make sure you rate, review, subscribe over there on the old iTunes. Full video available on YouTube. Check that out. And as
Please.
you know, those numbers are
True to roof.
almost forgot it there. You ain't lying. Then obviously the greatest website of one of the two greatest websites of all time. I'm going to change it. www.areyougarbage.com, gang. That's now the new best website in the world.
Well, you're crazy.
What? We sold 9 T-shirts. Guys, obviously I'm joking. It's patreon.com. Sam Yam, I'm sorry.
Yes, I don't care how many koozies you got over there.
Shout out to
Patreon
patreon.com, gang. Check it out. We got a whole shit ton of content over there. We have all the bonus vids. We throw in vlogs. Plus, if you sign up at the $10 level, you get two bonus episodes a week. What are we doing over here?
It's a good time. It's a party. Having a nice quick shout out to our producer extraordinaire, the Magic Man. Got the long hair. He's got the cut-off jean shorts. No socks.
The interrogation like cooking, too. Where were you on the night of the 13th?
Look, you got a bad hit of Molly over there, can't I? Take that off. Give it up for T-Bone McScruffins, Toby McMullen, everybody.
What's up, dudes?
What up,
Hey, buddy.
T-Bone?
Yeah, my outfit stinks, but Foley's shirt with the fishes. You look like the ocean, buddy. What are we doing? I hate myself.
Swing and a miss up top.
God.
2 on, 2 down.
How do we cut this?
McMullen hit by a pitch, it looks like.
Holy shit. Yikes.
McMullen was just thrown out of the league.
Somebody turn up Toby's mustache, huh?
I got thrown by the intro. You're taking shots. What are we doing?
I'm not taking shots. I'm trying to figure out. I write on stage. I'm trying to figure out a new one for you.
There are a bunch of times where you're going, it's the summer upstairs, and I'm going, I don't think he has a tootie.
I don't. I got nothing.
I'm going, I'm looking, I can see the wheels spinning. I go, that's when the big man does his best work, though.
I'm like Eminem off the dome.
That's not what he's known for.
I do ride on the bus.
A bang bus.
I have something controversial
Oh, God.
to discuss.
Does it have to do with food?
It does.
Sure, of course.
You're not.
Live a life worth commenting on, gang. That's what they talk about.
Of course. Listen, this isn't anything that I'm going to get involved in now. So let's go into that with that understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But I really missed out on this, okay? You know, I'm trying to tighten it up. I'm eating right, all that kind of stuff. But there's options to this where it wouldn't be that bad. But it's the big thing that's going around now. Everybody's doing it.
Everyone's talking about it.
Everyone's talking about it. They're taking sandwiches, all right? They're taking like turkey, ham, lettuce, tomato, pickles, onions, all that stuff. They're throwing some mayo or some mustard or however you want to do it, and they're chopping it up, and they're putting that inside a sandwich. That's all I wanted my whole life.
You could have done that.
I know. I can't believe I never thought of it. What's the best part of anything? The end. Then when you get down to the salad and everything's all mixed in together, all that lettuce is gone, and it's all the stuff all just chopped up and delicious, and it's been mixed together.
It's already chewed, is what you're looking for. Somebody to cut out the middleman and chew it for you. Hey, I can't be doing all this biting and chewing around here. I got to get this in my gullet stat. Someone chew it up. Pre-chewed Sammys.
But I'm big on the flavor combinations of everything. It's about to really blow up. It's about to be the next chopped cheese. I know that's.
Did you read that Fat Guy Quarterly? What are you talking about?
You guys have no idea what I'm talking about?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I feel like I've mentioned it to you months ago when it was still in the underground.
When it was still sizzling after the demo tape dropped. I started hearing buzz in the streets. At Overeaters Anonymous, we got into it.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still thinking about bombing in the intro.
Don't worry about it. You bombed plenty.
I mean, this is a kooky one.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's hot as shit in here, by the way. And if we're being honest, I sharted in the bathroom earlier and I threw my underpants in the garbage.
Did you really? Whoa. It's a real tell-all episode right here. That's what I'm talking about.
I can't do it. It was like the telltale heart. I can smell it from here.
You're free-balling over there?
Sure am.
Wow.
Yeah. It was yeah.
You sharted in the bathroom.
This is a wild day we're in.
You sharted
I haven't sharted in a very long time. 2-3 weeks.
It's good for you.
Man, but when that happens, and luckily...
You clean yourself up in there?
Nah, I just I'll figure it out when I get home. Yeah, I clean myself up.
Dirty little bird.
Ryan's going to have to repaint in there. When that happens, the panic that sets in. And I'm not big on potty humor. You know what I mean?
Of course, it's a classy program.
But there's a certain set of panic that sets in when that happens. When you're out, not at your house. And luckily, I'm in my aunt's house right now, so it was okay. You know what I mean?
I got to say this: I've grown out of that. I've moved past it.
What?
I'm steady as a cucumber, calm.
Yeah, well, what happened was it hasn't happened in years, but I had a smoothie this morning, and the fucking spinach must have been bad or something. Mixed in with that hot honey chicken bowl I just had. That thing was in the easy pass lane.
Yeah, dude, you can't fucking zig and zag like that. You got to pick a lane for a day. Your body don't know what's going on.
I'm upside down in a pair of underwear.
This guy's doing pretty what the fuck? And you drop that in there. This guy. You can't mix that.
I didn't have a choice. I'm a single father. What do you want from me? I'm working hard over here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I am what I am. I'm an open book. Have at it. Don't act like I'm the only guy who's ever had an accident.
So no, that happened to me this weekend. Don't be silly.
You just said you're steady.
No, it doesn't bother me.
Oh,
that's what
I thought you meant you're in such control of your body that it doesn't
no control.
Oh,
no, he
no
means
control.
that he shits himself and doesn't break stride.
Yeah, you're like Leo in The Departed. My hand doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
I can sit with full-blown poopers. It doesn't matter.
I handle the situation.
What
I play it real cool. Well, physically, I have a little bit more protection, let's say.
Doesn't always reach the fabric.
No, the volcano doesn't always rise to the crust.
Shh. I mean, what are we doing here?
We're gonna start reading some poetry or something. We gotta class this up a little bit.
Yeah. Sure. You got a fucking dumper on you.
Got the shamrock shake back there.
Two pressed
baby.
hams in that set of sheets you got. By the way, I just had to throw out a $50 pair of underwear. I ain't happy about that. But it's like you're cleaning up a murder scene, dude. You're inspecting everything. I got bleach out.
Sure.
Because you don't want to get caught. Knowingly, it doesn't matter, but you're going. If it happens at work or something, and I happened to work one time when I was bagging groceries at Acme. That's not something you can be like, hey, I got to go home. I shit myself.
No, it happened to me one time when I was driving and I wore scrubs because we delivered medical equipment to doctors' offices.
You were a drug dealer. I swear to God, I'm a doctor.
I used to be an anesthesiologist. And, yeah, that's a bad situation. Dude, if it gets through the jeans,
It didn't even reach.
You got to move home.
Oh yeah, you got to pack it up. You got to pack it up and go home. No, it didn't even. Yeah, it was.
I'm more impressed that you were that you're freeballing it right now.
Well, I mean, it's not like I didn't have an option. At the new studio, I would like to have a set of fresh gear in case that ever happens.
I keep pairs stashed around the city. What are you talking about?
Like if I had, luckily I don't have spots. If I had spots tonight and had to go free ball it or something.
There's nothing, dude. I'm telling you, I never wore underwear when I was like attractive. I never wore underwear.
When was that?
College.
2 weeks in college.
No,
I'm kidding, of course.
When I was thin, I never wore underwear.
Yeah, you should. At this age, college, I didn't wear underwear either.
Really?
I didn't wear pants. I was hanging brain. But, yeah, I didn't wear underwear that much.
No.
But as you get older...
It feels good.
Things are looser.
Feel like Burt Reynolds.
Things are loose. Yeah, you do feel like a porn star.
Yeah.
I'm about to show my little hips all. Get a set of low. I'm gonna fold these down one roll. Act like I'm Britney Spears out here.
Throw out these mom jeans. Let's get some hip huggers.
Yeah, no. As you get older, especially hygiene wise, you got it. You just got to do it.
Yeah, they'd arrest me if I did it now. What are you, nuts?
Yeah, it's tough. It ain't easy.
What do you think about that sandwich?
What?
Could that be a thing? I think it's perfect.
What, like a chopped up sandwich?
Yeah, that's what I always wanted. I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't go back now. That nice semolina bread.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like you're really over it.
What are you going to do? I didn't know these were fish, by the way. That's why I didn't get.
I would have eaten them weeks ago. Yeah, I don't know. It's you have that thing where like you'll watch food Instagram and stuff when you're hungry. I don't lust over food.
It's the algorithm.
It's because of what you're putting into it. When you Google chicken parm 38 times, it gets a read on you. You don't have to be fucking Zuckerberg to figure that out, okay?
Bastards.
Yeah, they got you dead to rights.
Now, you know what I wanted to ask you?
Have you seen these pierogies?
Ooh, don't get me started.
Cheesesteak pierogi. Shout out Aunt Carol.
When did, all right, I was in an Uber the other day,
and
I don't remember this when I was a kid. I remember it starting maybe 15, 20 years ago. But now it's like you can't even roll the window down. When did the helicopter start? It's crazy. 2 windows in the back, I get it. I was in an Uber the other day. I cracked my window.
Yeah, can you see what causes that?
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I do understand what you mean. I remember as a kid the first time it happened. It was in my dad's Jeep. Shout out to
my dad almost drove off a cliff.
It was like someone. You think somebody
like Huey was coming in.
Let off a flashbang in the car the way he freaked the fuck out.
Dude, it's crazy.
But it is more prominent than before, and I don't know why.
We used to go down that highway with all 4 windows down because the AC didn't work.
But I think is it 1? It's like sometimes when it's 1.
It's 1. It's 2.
It's got to be. Let me guess. It's got to be some sort of negative pressure versus positive pressure. Like there's a negative pressure inside, so the air's pushing out.
Hey, shits his pants. Relax. Let the kid Google it.
Hey, Johnny, no undies. I'm like Marky Mark over here.
This guy.
I'm supposed to take orders from a guy who's got his balls on his jeans.
Yeah. As the guy who writes the checks around here.
You did come out of the bathroom and immediately start fucking barking orders to Luke, which I respect.
Yeah.
Dick just touching the zipper.
I had the fucking zipper button, maybe.
Still plenty of room in there.
That was a quick joke. I had to come out. I felt like it was my first day in prison. I had to come out swinging.
Wait, hold on. And I don't want to go back to the potty talk, but I had just gone in there to pee, and I said, "What the hell is that?" I mean, that you didn't use the bathroom. That was just what happened.
No, I went in to use the bathroom.
Oh, okay. All right.
And as I was like turning the light on or something, I let out a squeaker, which was hot, to say the least. It was a fresh and ready Little Caesar's pizza.
Stabbed you in the back, huh, kid?
Where the fuck did
What are you doing over there?
Oh.
Ah, god damn it.
The goddamn big buck hunter's on the fritz, by the way.
Fucking thing. We've had it a couple of months.
Not even. We just fucking bought this goddamn thing.
I knew this was going to happen.
They're jammed. Now you got to find a big buck hunter technician. If you're out there, hit me up.
You don't think they're going to rip you off?
Oh, they going to see me? I mean,
Fucking
they
walking.
don't even have underwear. They're going to fucking bend me over.
Man.
Yeah, whatever.
God damn it.
It's another list of
I think
shit we
when
gotta
it's.
fix.
I think when it's. I was thinking when it's off, because we were having this issue a couple weeks ago. When it's off, we should put an out of order sign on it, so nobody puts any quarters in there.
Okay, I don't hate it. I'm not the one buying the out of order sign though. That's a you project.
I'll just draw one up.
Okay,
Have Tootie do it.
she's real artistic.
She is.
But that's neither here nor there, gang. We got a gosh darn family episode over here where we answer your questions on the Patreon. When you sign up for the Patreon, we will answer your garbage questions on the air. And boy, do we have some humdingers. I'm always shocked by the homies at the level of trash that we have yet to unturn. You know what I mean?
A couple comedic geniuses out there.
Oh,
too.
for sure. Some of the names are fantastic, but it's even like certain rocks where I'm like, oh, and it's just different that of like in my family, I didn't experience that. Like that wasn't a thing or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This one's great. This is for me. And ever had to wake your parents up for work? That's,
man.
dude, if your kid is waking you up and you're going 5 more minutes, let me get 5 more minutes.
Yikes.
It's bad if it's early. I don't know what's worse. I guess if it's like you're working the graveyard shift and they wake you up before they leave for soccer practice, like, hey, it's 7 o'clock, get up. I
Sure.
can kind of get that. But if
Yeah.
it's if you're getting woken up by your kid in the morning,
Yeah.
by like your like 13-year-old son or something,
The good news is Patty would always she would trick us. She got up crazy early. My dad got up late, but she would, Terry, get up. She'd freak out and get him up. And he'd get up and he'd rush out the door. But we never had to wake him up. But she would say, she'd come into our room and say,
it's 6:02 or whatever. You had to be at school at 6:15 or whatever.
Yeah, did she be lying? You get out
They
of
always-
bed,
that's the
you
oldest
get out of
trick in
bed,
the
you look
book.
at a clock, it's 5:45. You're like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah, and you're doing the math. Can I get 6 more minutes or whatever? Yeah.
No, she's in there screaming.
Yeah, man,
Once
that
you get
had to
downstairs
be
too late, the apples and cinnamon oatmeal would be cold.
that had to
And
be
you're jammed
a
up.
rough wake up at that crib.
Oh my God.
Tight house, everybody fucking screaming right the second they wake up. Everybody freaking out and panicking.
Bro,
Oh
you
man,
don't know. We were never late for anything ever. Ever. We were 15 minutes early. Because once he got up, he would have anxiety. Come on, we got to get going. Got to get out of here. Got to get out of here. And she would just,
yeah.
her and my brother would be up doing push-ups and shit like that.
You're just screaming with a mouthful of Cheerios, spraying cereal.
Get off my back!
Ah, dude, dying. Just looking for 5 more minutes in dreamland. Yeah, it was tough. You asked me why why my alarm is the
Yeah, we had a good laugh at that. His alarm went off one time at like, I don't know, 2 p.m. or something.
Sounds like a sub going under.
Dude, it sounds like there's Russia just launched the nukes. I'm like, that's
Which
how
they could, and I'll be ready. I'll tell you that.
I'm like, that's how you're starting your day? Maybe that's why you're a little on edge from time to time.
Yeah.
You're waking up in fucking nuclear war.
Yeah, that's how I get it. Yeah,
Looking for a fallout shelter.
get her from Patty.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Feels like home.
I wake up. It's like you're like Ray Liotta and fucking Goodfellas. You need a handgun to your head when you wake up right away, just to feel. Yeah, that's trash. But that's a fucking fantastic. There's got to be some sort of level of gauge to it as well, and I don't know what it is. Right in if you've had to do it. I guess if they're working the later shift, that makes sense.
Sure,
because their hours are all fucked up.
That seems like single dad shit. And like
That's even worse, I feel.
no, if you had like a responsible young girl, single dad, I mean that's just a plot to Pretty in Pink, but still, that's how that would break down.
Yeah.
Getting your dad out of bed.
That
I mean, I
makes
would
sense.
be. Actually, I'm pretty good. My dad would have been screwed without Patty,
Yeah.
but he was also in the Navy, so he knew how to get himself up.
In the Navy.
But he'd be in and out. From the time he woke up to how quick he got out
He's
the
out.
door, it was insane.
Yeah.
And he would do the thing where he would pour a cup of coffee, he'd take a couple of sips, put it under cold water, chug it a little bit more, and chug a little bit more until he got the whole cup down and out the door.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was a real one.
That's
And if you were
psychopath.
going with him, get in the car.
Oh, yeah. Damn.
Get in the car.
That's fucked up.
Okay, let's talk about that display.
Display.
Let's talk about cool metal posters that hang up on your walls with just magnets.
Uh-huh.
You don't got to put nails in. You don't got to do this. You don't have frayed edges, all that stuff. It's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Get over to Display. Grab yourself something. They have awesome licensing deals. So you got Marvel. You got Star Wars. You got cool bands. You got a little Seinfeld up on the wall there.
Achi machi. Also, you're not putting holes in the wall. You're not having a handyman come over. Next thing you know,
You want that deposit back, don't you?
Next thing you know, he's necking with your wife.
Sure.
Click the link in our description to see some of our favorites and get your ready-to-hang piece of art. Save 22% if you buy 1 or 2, and get 33% off when you buy 3 or more, baby. They're giving away the store 33% off.
Let's go.
The discount will automatically be applied to your cart when you click our link. It's in the description. Check it out. Use the code GARBAGE when you visit. That's GARBAGE when you visit displate.com to get the discount. That's displate.com, code GARBAGE, or click the link in our show notes. Do it, baby.
Kip, this is Rocket Money, baby.
Rocket money.
This is Rocket Money saving you money. A lot of people think that they have about $80 worth of subscriptions going. It's actually more like $200.
Uh-huh.
Rocket Money is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscription, monitors your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Rocket Money quickly and easily finds your subscriptions and cancel the ones you no longer want. I didn't know for months. I did it. I put it in. I was subscribed to Dildo with a Month Club, baby. And I wasn't getting the product either, you know what I mean? It also helps you manage your finances by categorizing your expenses so you can see where that paycheck is going. The average user saves up to $720 a year. Ooh. Who don't need that at the end of the year?
It's a couple packs of heaters.
And over 3 million people have used Rocket Money to get a handle on their budget. Stop throwing away your money, you bozos. Even the homies can be bozos if you're throwing your money away. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/garbage. That's rocketmoney.com/garbage. Rocket Money, one more time, rocketmoney.com/garbage. Do it.
Your dad driving you to school was never as fun as your mom driving you to school.
Oh, you're nuts.
Woo.
I had the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, because my dad, the custody was split half and half.
He would stop and get you if you had a couple of minutes.
Not even. We were stopping.
Oh, really?
If you're late, go in, come out, and get me if they need it. And I would just look at the door and be like, I'm good. Yeah, he didn't give a He was one of those guys. I would call him, and even high school.
No, I'm saying stop at like a Wawa or something like that.
Oh, every day, even if we didn't have the time. He don't care.
Oh, really?
He don't care about me being 5 minutes late. He's going, fuck school.
Would you do a...
That's what I love. He was just like, yeah, the rules. Okay, you're late. What? They're to tell me you're late? I drop you off. I don't give a fuck.
Would you do a breakfast at the house and then grab like a bacon, egg, and cheese?
No, there was a time... there was a... No. I don't think so. Maybe a cereal Cinnamon Toast Crunch appetizer before I got my Sizzly. Well, I remember Sizzlies didn't hit. All right, so he would pick me up, he would go to work. I would set an alarm or like my stepmom would wake me up or whatever because I lived I couldn't take a bus to my junior high or high school.
Sure.
From where he lived.
Right.
So, but it was like 7 minutes or 10 minutes or something.
Lived outside the school district. You're one of those
Well, I was
kids?
in the school district, but at another school. Like, I was registered at my mom's.
Man.
And that, yeah, man, it's fucking trash, dude. Then Wednesday, Thursday...
Usually they reserve those kind of slots for athletes.
What do you mean?
Like, they look the other way when they have a good athlete that lives outside the school district.
How? I lived in the school district.
Mm-hmm.
I was registered at my mom's.
You have a bus route.
My mom's, I did.
Right, but not at your dad's.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a dirtball.
No, I'm not defending it, but I'm just saying it's not like that crazy. When I was with my dad, he had to drive me to school.
Okay.
I wasn't like registered at his house. Or
okay.
But, I mean, what, are they going to send me to another school for 2 days a week? Talk about fucked up. That's like, I mean, what other option did I have?
Oh, man, they would have thought you were a cop.
Oh, yeah. Fucking balding already and stuff. You got a light on you?
Only there on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Dude.
The fuck out of here.
What's up with that fucking big-headed bald guy who only shows up every other day?
Asking me if I do weed.
Yo. Smoke beasters?
Shows up with another guy drinking coffee every morning.
You're a cool kid at one school and a fucking nerd.
Oh, yeah. Dad, can't I just go to my school? Gotta go get beat up on Wednesday and Thursdays.
You stink.
No, so he would leave for work and pick me up at like whatever. Let's say the standing time was 7:30 if I had to be at school at 8.
Right.
Or whatever. He'll be like, I'd be back.
He'd be up and out the door already.
He'd go to work, go hit a job site, go to the office, do whatever he had to do.
What, like 5 o'clock?
Yeah, 5:30. He's probably out.
You're going to night school?
Drop me off at CHI. Learning steam fitting. Learning pipe fitting.
I remember Patty driving me to community college.
That's fucked up, dude. Listen, if you're really trying to get your act together, I respect it.
Which I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you had already crashed out of something, you were like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to swallow my pride. My mom's going to take me to fucking community college. But if you're just a fucking idiot and your mom's dropping you off at school.
Man.
If you can buy beers and your mom's dropping you off at school, that's a bad
just the
luck.
13th grade, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, her coming home from work and picking me up and driving me over there in rush hour traffic.
Honking the horn out front. Your fat ass is probably just jerking off upstairs, tucking your little wiener back in. But
she used to drop me off when I was landscaping, too, over at this guy's cousin's house where he kept a truck. It wasn't the most professional operation.
yeah, there's a one on my street. That's where they keep. It's like his business, and that's where they keep
It's
the
like
truck.
his sister-in-law's house.
I think it might even be his, but it's like rag. It's like, dude, for owning a
Sure.
landscaping company, why don't you get the trimmer out or have one of the guys come in early?
Sure.
It's a rough prop.
That's where you make the cash, though, when you keep it a small operation.
Sure. Don't mean you can't be fucking take the fucking Z mower over your lawn. Looks like it was fucking bombed out. But so he'd come back get me.
That's crazy.
He would be at this point. He'd be on looking for his second hit of coffee.
Okay.
Right, because he would leave, hit Wawa, go to work, come back an hour or two later, whatever it was, grab me. We'd go hit Wawa again.
Mm-hmm.
I would get, before Sizzly's hit, I would do a plain bagel or a poppy seed bagel with butter. They had them pre-wrapped right next to the cash registers. Remember that? There was a row of cream cheese and a roll of butter. Man, a freshie. Good night. I would do a buttered bagel. I wasn't fucking with cream cheese at the time.
Dude, gas station breakfast. Talk about a C student, dude. Holy shit.
I'd do a poppy seed bagel if they had it. If not, I'd go
asleep
plain.
in first period.
What'd you say?
Falling asleep in first period.
Dude, I was nodding off before we got to school.
Fucking the insulin kid over here.
Dude, that's not even it. Then I would fucking do a straight either OJ or Wawa iced tea. Like, not diet, obviously. Just fucking pure suggies. And then I would do, sometimes in a winter, I'd do a French vanilla coffee.
Wait, how old were you?
8.
French vanilla coffee.
Remember they had the machine, you'd press the green button, and it'd spit out the mix?
It was like hot chocolate.
Oh, yeah, it was French vanilla hot chocolate. I'd do a 16 ounce of that, and whatever. I wouldn't take it in, but I would finish probably about half of it. I'd throw some ice cubes in there to cool it off so I could get my fucking, just like your dad.
Sure.
So I could get some shooters in there. Yeah.
Man,
Then I would go
that
in.
machine technology for the first 5 years
It
was
was nuts, dude. That was like Mensa level.
when they
shit.
tried to do that, when like gas stations tried to like uptick to like mochachinos and stuff like that, dude, it was just hot chocolate.
I
mixed
was there
with
for it. It
coffee.
didn't matter, dude. I felt like I was European over there.
Dude, it didn't matter how much caffeine was in those things. You would be so sleepy.
Your
from the
fucking
sugar.
crash, dude.
Dude.
Doesn't matter. So then, yeah, I would do that, and then sometimes you have like an early lunch or whatever. So I'm fucking piggybacking that at lunch at like 10:15 a.m. sometimes. So that was it. He drove me to school every day. I stayed there. Always stopped at Wawa. Always got, yeah. And then even still when I would drive, it was just Pavlov's dog's conditioned. I would stop at Wawa, get brekkie, head in, a couple of heaters.
Never did that. Never stopped in the morning, even when we drove. Never even really occurred to me.
Well, it was on the way.
Unless we were cutting school, then we'd go to Dell's and get some eggs, or go over to Jean's place
Yeah.
and load up.
Jean's place sounds like your You go over to Jeans' place. His mom was on the level.
Dude,
His dad played ball, if you catch my drift. Yeah, that was great. Looking back, I mean, that's why I'm a fat piece of shit, because that was, I didn't know that was, I mean, I just learned that was kind of bad for you.
Poppy seed bagels with butter?
Oh, man. Sometimes they didn't have them out. I'd have to ask them. Oh. I remember
somebody want to get a bagel for this latchkey kid?
I remember
get him out of my face.
In there eating like a fucking tin knocker. I remember my dad was like, why don't you try...
In there eating a hard-boiled egg? Salt on it?
That was a fucking fat piece of shit. I remember my dad being like, why don't you try half a bagel? I'm like, shut your fucking mouth. It made good with those Reds, Captain. Oh, God.
Would you ever rip a heater in the car with your dad?
Not at 8.
9, yeah.
No, it was after, I think, once we started working together, that was...
Sure.
Once you defeated him in hand-to-hand combat.
We had to do...
He's got the trident.
We had to do that leg wrestling where we lock legs and who could ever flip each other. Real Roxborough shit. No, it wasn't until we started working together that it was like,
sure,
let me get one of them. My stepdad, heaters, well, my brother always, broke the seal.
Sure.
So he would be like, you're too young to do it in front of, He's like, you're putting him in a bad situation if you pull out a pack of heaters and light up. He's got to have to say something.
Sure.
But 16 with my stepdad, he didn't care. Probably 18, 19 with my dad. And then from then on, when it was him and my brother working, it was like Bernieville. Every car, every indoors, out, it didn't matter. We were the heater gang.
Heater plumbing.
Welcome to Heater HVAC. Does your house smell like smoke? Well, it will when we leave.
Instead of heating and air conditioning, it's heater and air conditioning.
That's a shirt.
Heaters and AC.
Kippy's Heaters and Air Conditioning. That's a new shirt, Daddy-O.
Ripping heaters, why? Cool you down.
Okay. How do we even start off with that? Oh, the dad going to work.
Yeah.
Waking your dad up.
Waking your dad up.
Speaking of heaters.
I was going to say real quick, what I would have to do is Pop would still be in bed. He was able to get there a little bit later. Well, we'd be taking the bus. Patty'd be up, curling her hair. Good Morning America was on. And we were in Catholic school when we were real little. You had to go to him to get your tie tied. And he would just roll out of bed and just sit on the side of the bed and tie your tie with breath that would burn your eyeballs.
The tie's searing up.
Just crush you first thing in the morning. Man, you tried to keep that thing tied for the rest of the week. Pulling that out real slow.
Doing it on the doorknob.
On the big
let you
guy.
know you're fucking. Speaking of heaters, let's see. This is from Eric B. Has your lip ever started visually bleeding because you kept a cig there too long?
No, but if you keep it in there and you pull it out, sometimes...
That's what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the skin, if you leave it in there and it's a little too moist, it then the cotton in it, or with a cotton ball absorbs all the liquid off your
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, you're talking about getting a cig fuse?
Oh, yeah. You pull that out. It's like
do that in the winter, all
like
the blistics in the
Novocaine.
world ain't going to cover that up.
That's bad.
That thing hurts.
Yeah, you learn that early, and then you can start to feel it before you got to get out of Dodge.
Oh, man, that's a stinger.
You know what happened to me the other day, and we were talking about this is Bernie logic, which we're getting off them, by the way.
Heaters.
It's a United Front we're going to do here. Did you ever notice, I was talking to Pat, my buddy Pat was picking me up in Philly, out front of the hotel I was staying at, down here, Center City, and I had my last cig, and I lit it backwards.
Sure.
And he's like, it's always your last cig. And I was like, I've just thought about this. It's because that's never in the pack. You take your last cig out and you throw the pack away. And then the cig is just like in your ear or in your you know what I mean? You're fumbling with it. That's how it ends up backwards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you're not taking it right out of the pack.
I haven't done that since I was a kid.
What, lit a cig backwards?
Yeah.
Really?
Not a kid, but it's been years.
No.
Once I was fucked up.
Every time you took a drag of a cig backwards, lit.
Dude.
Talk about, I was at this kid Justin's house. Man, it was like eating a firecracker.
Instant Alzheimer's right there.
You know, you know when you're fucked up and you're like, this ain't right, but like the pain, you have the feeling, but like the pain didn't really say. I'm like, what is that? Like, it was like, I couldn't process what was happening. I looked down, I got the cherry in my mouth like a fucking bozo.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Jam you up.
Talk about a heater with the gator. This one's from Cut Toby's Hair, which I agree. Have you ever tried to kick down a door? I don't think I've ever been in the sip. It is a try. If you're kicking down a door, unless you're saving puppies or something,
I've had him kick down on me.
that's worse.
Yeah.
By your parents or something?
Parents, brothers,
This
older.
is Patty in SWAT gear.
Stop touching yourself, you little creep.
Flashbang and a crucifix. Get out of there.
Throwing holy water at you.
Yeah, they're definitely parental situation. Or my brother just messing with me or me doing something to him. The move was you do something, you get a sneaker in there,
You get behind a locked door.
and then you run upstairs and go behind your door and lock the door. What's he going to do? Break the door down? He'll get, what the? And he'll come through. Because we had those shitty
Here's
Luan
holy.
doors.
Sure.
You go through those things like butter.
Yeah, they were bad.
Yeah.
Did you,
Man, I remember my door being off the hinges.
I was just going to ask. I think we talked about this years ago.
Yeah.
I don't think that ever happened to me.
Oh, my door was off the hinges for about a year because it was busted
They're like
down.
watching, huh?
Doing a little-
Hey, looking's for free.
My room used to be so dirty. It would infuriate my mother. Infuriate being what? I'm not on her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used
just
to
off
love
the hinges.
eating in the room at my dad's house. I mean, I used to paint fat kid masterpieces up there. I'm talking red Solo cups of iced tea that sometimes I wouldn't finish. They'd probably be like my third one or whatever. A brand new fresh bag of pizza goldfish. And I'm fucking just, I'm not even fucking around. I was sitting on a blow up chair from like a neon blow up chair from Spencer's watching like WWF or something. Just fucking, I had a Britney Spears poster hanging up, looking at that. Just in all my glory. And,
Jerking off with pizza dust on your fingers.
and I would,
I feel like you'd stand up and the chair would stick to your body.
yeah, you're not wrong. It was Scotch tape because I put a hole in it by accident. So I had to use Scotch tape.
This is God damn it.
Pre-Flex Seal.
Pre-Flex Seal.
You got bomb on me. Yeah, and I would leave cups in there with like a little bit of Wawa iced tea, and it would get mold in it after. Because and I remember he would come in screaming at me.
Goddamn petri dish fucking in the room. Weren't allowed to eat in the room. Screamed at. You got caught up there with something like that.
Yeah.
Jammed up.
Not at my mom's. At my dad's, it was more like,
Sure. Like when AJ went and lived with Tony for a little while.
yeah, it's your dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had a stepmom, but like, she also couldn't really act as like an authoritative.
Could you ever order out as a kid?
With the family there?
Yes.
Like, I'm going to get a pizza, whatever you guys are doing, you're doing?
Yeah.
No, who am I, Richie Rich? Who's allowed to do that? That's crazy.
Crazy.
I'd be sent to boot camp if I tried to pull that. You're nuts.
Yeah. One of my cousins years ago did it, and it blew my brains out. One of my young cousins was like, he ordered something. First of all, ordering delivery in the suburbs, unless it was a pizza. But now with the Uber Eats and all that stuff, it's a little bit different. But it was something like
No,
that.
we just did pizza.
Yeah, of course.
Like
Pizza
I said,
or
we pick up
cheesesteaks.
Chicken Holiday. Shout out to you.
Ordered something at like 4 o'clock. I was like, we were talking about dinner. He's like, I just ordered something. I'm like, what?
Wait, who said that?
My little cousin.
Whoa.
Crazy. These kids are cuckoo these days.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah, well, we also think back in the day, delivery was like an hour.
Sure.
You had a tip, you had to grease the guy.
Sure.
It was all new stuff, you know what
Sure.
I mean? Now
Sure.
it's old hat.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing it.
Yeah, everyone's doing it.
Yeah, no, we would get like the, hey, I'm leaving, I left you 20 for pizza, that.
Mhm.
Or I'll call Angelo's, they'll deliver it. the money's at the counter. I go, how much am I tipping a guy? And they go, just give him it all. I go, all right, you got it.
Yeah, right.
What?
Short change that guy.
Every time we would go pick up at Angela's, my dad would give me a 40 probably. It was probably 23. Give me 2 20s. And that was like my income, dude. That was the VIG. Was fucking skimming. It was $8. I give him $5 back or whatever. That's how I made my first $1 million.
Quick game of Pac-Man.
And sometimes he'd be like, I'd get in the car, he'd be like, no change. I go, nah. I was like, all right.
Like Sharon Stone in Casino. This guy. Kip, let's talk about Dave.
Hey, Dave.
We've all been jammed up with unexpected expenses. You know what I mean? Things come up. Late night ambulance ride from the bar. Jesus Christ.
Really know our crowd. Dave swinging for the fences.
Dave, how about a light bill or something like that? Jesus Christ.
How about car insurance?
You got us on the run to Mexico? What do you think of this? Gang, we've all been jammed up. That's the point with Dave. You can get straightened out for a little bit. Dave is a banking app that can help you get up to $500 instantly with a little bit of extra cash. With Dave, there's no interest, no late fees, or no credit check.
Yeah, that's more money to catch up on bills and without having to wait for your next paycheck. Tackle those expenses that have been stressing you out. Millions of people have already downloaded the Dave app to get financial relief as they need with extra cash. So if you're in a pinch and need some extra help, download Dave. You'll be telling all your buddies about your new best friend, Dave. Download the Dave app from the App Store right now or go to dave.com/garbage, dave.com/garbage. Sign up for extra cash for an extra cash account and get up to $500 instantly. For terms and conditions, go to dave.com/legal. Instant transfer fees apply. Banking services provided by Evolve Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Do it. Now back to the show.
Back to the show.
All right, let's see. This one's from Jack Keating. $10 homie. Never had one, Red. Shout out to you.
Yeah.
Is it garbage to have bar mats by the kitchen sink in your house?
Whoa.
There's got to be an age level to that, because that's really
bar
cool.
mats. Wait, the runners?
Yeah, it said like Jack Daniels or whatever.
At your house?
That's cool if you're in your 20s. That's pretty cool. That's pretty classy. Any house I lived in at 20, that at least shows like...
He's talking about family.
I don't know what I'm.
The shakers next to it.
Got the Twizzler stick or
what? Spoon. Remember playing with that thing when you were a kid? The thing that had the spring on it that you put over the shaker.
We didn't have one of those until my brother.
We did. He had a full bar downstairs.
With that kind of stuff.
Yeah, mixers and all that shit.
Oh no!
Wild.
We were.
I thought
we were a beer. We were a beer crew.
Oh, they just had it. You know what I mean? They didn't really use it that much.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
I thought that stuff was like space age technology.
The spring.
It was like a Slinky.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was all right. No, I don't. I mean, I think if you're in your 20s,
sure.
a bachelor pad, you got some roommates. That's pretty cool.
Sure.
I'm also a fucking dirtbag loser, so I don't know. That seems pretty cool. If I went over someone's house, it would have to be also clean. Like, it would have to be like, hey, we're doing this because we use it a bunch.
Back in the day of my 20s, if I was working at a restaurant, I would always steal a few bar rags. Clean ones.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and bring them home and use them.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Oh, man, those things were awesome.
That's of course. But
I'm in a wash.
I think, bar mats are. What's the shot? What do they call it, where you drink all the stuff off the bar mat at the end of the night?
Bum shots, I've heard. Mat shots.
Never in a million years. For as disgusting as I am,
hey,
I could never. That smell of rubber and what the fuck?
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Gray snail, the Jersey Turnpike.
All right.
Sweaty bartender.
Okay.
I mean, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Ugh, God.
There's no point. There's no... What is it? Like, I'm just crazy? That kind of thing?
It's I got $1. I'm trying to get fucked up.
It doesn't... It's mostly mixer and shit like that.
I don't know.
No.
You know, it was...
Who was the world's sloppiest bartender? No one's missing that much booze.
If they're moving units in there, sure.
That's all sour mix and maraschino cherry juice.
Which, hey, what's wrong with that?
I love a maraschino cherry.
I know you do. You tell me, I don't know, every 48 hours.
Big maraschino guy. Put a little sword in it.
You know what was big? I want to say, what was the name of that place? It was like a restaurant. This happened a lot in the suburbs in the early 2000s. when I was in college, let's call it like 2006, 2007, there was a lot of restaurants that I guess were in like the family for a while, right? You know, Angelo's Pizza, or whatever, you know, the Fresco's Pizza.
Sure.
They would fucking...
They all got muscled out.
No, they had come across some money. Something was paid off, or they like took out an equity loan against the business or something, and they all got the place next door too, and turned that into like a bar, loungy type thing.
Yeah.
And once a week they would do. This place has $1 beers. That place has $2 beers. It's Quizzo here. So as a dirtbag in the city, we would go, or in the burbs, was home from the city during the summer. It was like Thursdays was Kenny's on Street Road. You go there, $5 cover, $1 Miller Lights all night long. Then you hit a Wild Weasel after that. Get yourself a French vanilla cappuccino.
Pizza place in our hometown tried to they did that same thing.
Yeah, they all did it.
They put in like this nice bar.
Yeah.
Who the fuck's hanging out in a pizza place like that?
We would. I mean, because it was $1 beers. You're in the burbs. You got nowhere else to go. You're like, oh, let's go get
This
fucked
was
up.
a couple of years ago this place did it.
You cut down. You go in to pick up. I'm there.
Shooting
Put
darts.
his on my tab. That was great for us, though. There was the bowling alley we did because they had $1 games and I think quarter or $1 pitchers or
That's
something
really
like.
working the system. Good for you.
Yeah, well, we were fucking broke. You know what I mean?
I thought it was more the comment of when the pizza place, when the second generation.
It was very second generation shit.
Second generation small restaurant, they expand. The one room doesn't look like the original one.
Yeah.
They put like additional seating or like try to class it up a little bit. Start doing appetizers and stuff like that. Stop. What are you doing?
I don't know. I didn't mind it.
Eh.
Cheap beers, good
Sure.
slices. What more do you need?
It never stayed. It never kept up though. You had one good waitress for a little while, and all of a sudden it went downhill.
I remember one time in this place where we used to skate, shout out to Village Shires, it was like the dirtbag headquarters. If you were a fucking pretty shitty kid, you were hanging out there. That's where you skated. It's where people bought you smokes.
Strip mall?
Kind of like similar, but not. It was like a little. There was one over here, but it was a shopping center.
A shopping center in front of a townhouse or apartment community?
That's specifically what this was.
Yikes.
The whole neighborhood was called Village Shires, and so
you
was the
disappeared in a place like that.
Yeah.
That is bad news.
And we hung out there. That's how we get smokes. That's where we buy weed. That's where people get, the ice cream guy would buy us booze or whatever.
I can feel the lights coming on in the summer at that place.
Yeah.
I can feel it. You look over the dark line of the trees and you can see a little bit of the blue in the sky.
I'm cranking a Marlboro menthol, trying to do a kickflip.
Man.
It was a whole
Maybe
scene.
see a bat or two streaking across the sky.
We had a lot of wife beaters on. You know what I mean? A lot of fitted hats. We were really thought we were doing it. But why did I bring that up? Oh, they put in a nightclub in there. The pizza place expanded, bought what used to be a Mexican restaurant that they were moving drugs out of, and turned it into like a nightclub where you could buy bottles. I'm like, there's a guy smoking crack over here. Who the hell wants to buy a bottle here? Did I go and hang out a couple, 2-3 times and check the scene, try to get laid? For
You
sure.
can't get bottles and garlic knots in the same place.
No, it
dude.
was separate. It was a separate entity.
Still,
Yeah.
you can smell the garlic over there.
It was.
That's a tough look.
They trying to make it like a steakhouse, if I recall.
That's
then
like the
then
place-
at night it was a club.
That's the place where the music is blasting and there's nobody in there.
Instead of bottles,
Yeah.
they're just giving you plastic handles.
Yeah, here you go. It was a pop off and shit. I remember hanging 2-3 times.
Just in water, no ice.
It was at that time. There was a lot of flashing lights in there, and you're just like,
Yeah.
we're hanging out at Black Bull. That's what it was called.
Black Bull?
And I think there was another one like Black Label. There was multiple. That's when like put a name, some flashy lights, and expensive Kettle One drinks, and I'm in. You know what I mean? I'm in there striking out in a dirty pair of jeans, no underwear on.
A little bit of Pinnacle whipped cream to get going.
Yeah, man. It was man, what a time to be alive, huh?
Yeah.
That was something else.
I'm not 100% sure, but that might be making like I don't know if it's a comeback or not,
What?
but a few.
A lot of affliction shirts. It was that time.
No, a few of my cousins that are of age, they're like 21, 22, 23. Maybe 21, 22. They were one of them was mentioning about Pinnacle whipped cream and like cotton candy, those flavored vodkas.
I think at that age, that's what it is.
Even still?
Yeah, I mean, it's flavored vodka. It's for children.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
I figured now they'd be on like the White Claws and all that shit.
Yeah, sure, but that's probably like the beer. Instead of drinking beers, they're drinking White Claws if they're trying to get, turned up.
Well, Luke's that age. He doesn't partake in that stuff.
What, Pinnacle?
Yeah.
He probably does.
Really?
And probably in college, I'm sure he was drinking Pinnacle, Marshmallow, whatever. We were an Absolute crew. That's what Absolute Citron.
Oh,
and we would have my
dude. Looking back, that was fucking classy.
But what we would do,
Absolute never got into the like cotton candy and all that stuff. It was Citron, then it was Tangerine, maybe Currant, which I don't know what that was, but give me some.
I still don't know what it is. It's a clove or something?
Nah, I think it's like a berry or something.
Yeah.
One did a sweet tea vodka that was incredible.
Listen, you want to hear how big of fucking alcoholics my family is? We use that to mix with vodka. That's how we make vodka iced teas in the summer down the shore in Sea Isle and Wildwood. It's sweet tea vodka. It's called like Sweetbriar or Briar something. It's the pre-mix sweet tea vodka, and then we dump vodka in there. Couple lemons, maybe some fucking Sprite or something. That and transfusions are big. You know transfusions?
No.
You would love transfusions.
You know what Patty
It's a golf drink, which I didn't know.
Patty used to be big into the margaritas, the frozen margaritas in the bucket.
Oh, that
Where
bucket.
where you just let that thaw out
And get
like an
fucked
ice cream cake for a couple of minutes, and then started scooping out happiness. Blow your hair back.
A transfusion, they're great. We do them down the shore. Summer, on the beach, off the beach. Hey, I'll do some transfusions. That's grape juice, ginger ale. Wait, what is it? What is a transfusion made of?
Shit,
Vodka, ginger ale, Concord grape juice, and lime juice. It's fucking fantastic.
I didn't know you were related to Lil Wayne. What the
I'm
fuck?
sipping Bizzer.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Got that perp on me, dog. Oh, it's great. It's a golf drink I just learned this weekend, actually.
Wait, what's in it? Grape juice, ginger
No,
ale?
vodka, ginger ale, or Sprite or whatever. You just need some fizz. Vodka, ginger ale, Concord grape juice, and lime juice.
A big Concord grape
It's
guy.
fucking great.
Welch's grape juice.
Firefly sweet tea vodka?
That sounds right.
Okay, dude, that's 35% ABV.
Yeah.
That's like putting vodka into Jägermeister,
Yeah,
bro.
man. I remember I didn't think anything of it, and a family friend, our buddy Nicky, came over, and he was like,
A couple glasses of that over at Bull Nuts. Be out there on the dance floor.
Bull nuts. I just put that together. I'm in there with my shirt off, showing my hips, my low-rise panties. My buddy Nicky came over. It was like 4th of July, and we are ossified drunk. And he's like, "You're not supposed to mix that with vodka. There's vodka in there." And my Uncle John was like, "Shut the fuck up."
Somebody threw him out a window.
Yeah, he goes, "You guys are the only ones that I know that mix vodka with. We're heavy boozers, which I love, by the way.
That's all right.
It is what it is." Oh, God. All right, let's see here. This one's from Isaiah. Shout out to you. Never had one read. Is it garbage to toast a bagel on an open flame of a gas stove because you don't own a toaster? Buddy, I've been there 200-300 times.
15 years ago, 20 years ago, I would have said yeah. But
That's kind of that they do it with the tortillas and stuff.
oh, that was a fucking game changer.
Throw it on an open flame, put
When
it on
you
low.
realize that's what you could do, man, that pita, forget about it.
Yeah.
You take a couple of those net carb tortillas, woo, couple of seconds on each side. Don't go crazy with the flame. You turn your back, you'll set up the whole kitchen.
Mhm.
You got to keep it real low, toast them up a little bit, then get a little char.
I don't mind it.
Man, that's what we're supposed to be doing, cooking on over open flame.
Yeah, not in your fucking studio apartment, setting the fucking smoke alarm off.
We've made s'mores in there.
That's crazy trashy.
Is it?
Yeah,
I
man.
don't think so.
You
At
also,
a gas stove, not an electric stove.
I mean, yeah, you'd be there all week. Yeah, no, it's still trashy. I'm not saying it's not a good time, and I don't like a s'more. Who don't like a s'more from time to time?
Sure.
But that's not how they.
good, huh?
That's not how they write them in the fucking.
Take the kids away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's real. I got to wake Dad up in 20 minutes for work. type shit.
You passing judgment. You're drinking vodka and vodka with a shot of vodka.
All right, let's see. We've talked about this one. This is from Knockoff Bagel Bites. Never with soda though. When you buy a 12-pack of soda, you put it in the fridge. Do you take it out or do you just put it in the fridge? We're a big fridge. Everything goes in the fridge. I was just down at my mom's. Same thing. You open it up. There's a 12-pack of Coke ripped from the middle where the handle was, so you can grab the Coke out of there. It's not like we don't use
it's
like
not lined up like in cribs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll say this. Now, in the modern era of the Foley house, the soda's not in the fridge.
Same with us, really.
She gets like a 12-pack of like 8.9 ounce Pepsi, caffeine-free diet Pepsi, and that'll be in the closet in the front where the coats are. If you want a Pepsi, grab one, and you got to get a thing of ice, which it goes through the ice like butter.
Yeah, because it's about 88 degrees.
Yeah.
I hate that.
She's real wishy-washy over there these days. The water, the bottles of water, you know how long it's been sitting in the sunroom? It's just all microplastics. It's real kooky, man. It's real kooky.
I rolled the dice on some eggs at my mom's the other day that weren't in a container. They were just like in the bin. Man, talk about rolling the dice.
Did I tell you
that could jam you up for a weekend?
It was the last week we were talking on Hard Feelings about when I went to my niece's lacrosse game, and Patty was doing the flyers for the lacrosse game.
Sure.
I don't know if I told you. Somebody gave my niece a dozen eggs to give to my mom.
What are they doing? What are they on the barter system?
No, well, people are starting to have chickens now.
That's a broad statement.
And now
there's two people your mom knows that have chickens.
The other one, and she puts the date on them. The lady told her like 3 months you can have them. Not at my breakfast table, I'll tell you that right now.
I better not do that European shit where they keep them on the shelf.
I'll be over at Jean's place. No, she puts them in the fridge. She's not crazy.
I don't think you can.
What?
Once they're well, that's a mass farming thing. They're sprayed with something.
No, I know.
But if those people aren't spraying them, I don't know if they can go in the fridge. I think that's like a
bunch of chickens start running around coming out of the fridge. I don't know. It was the wildest thing I ever seen.
Bunch of feathers in your
omelet. A little kid walks over with a dozen eggs in a not an egg container. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Fucking Jordan box full of
a sneaker box.
The air chickens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a tough look. Dude, my wife does it. I told you she gets meat from the Amish people. I'm like, I'm not meeting a guy in a van to get meat. I'm getting it from the fucking store. Or butcherbox.com. That's all I'm doing. I'm not getting this fucking, you're giving me this, I'm doing this for you. No. I'll go to the store. If it ain't got a barcode, I ain't buying it.
B&B should get into the egg game. That'd be nice.
I don't think you can ship eggs like that.
No?
I don't know.
This kid's walking around a lacrosse field with him. What are you talking about?
Sure.
I put him in the car. We went and had lunch.
Uh-huh.
Brought him back to the house. I got the hell out of there.
No, I'm not doing it.
Cup of coffee for me.
All right, let's see. This one's from Jake Z. $10 shareholder. Never had one read. Is it garbage to try to heat your above-ground pool by using a metal trash can with a bonfire in it? The trash can floats around the pool with help of some 2x4 stabilizers. P.S. It did not work as expected.
Yikes.
In theory, that would be fun. A nice summer night. Fire, water, a little fire and ice type thing you got cooking. If it works.
It wouldn't be able to heat it.
Why?
Because it's too much water to try and heat with just one trash can full of fire.
I mean, what do you think a heater's doing, though?
It's putting out more BTUs than a trash can and some...
BTUs isn't the right word, I don't think.
I think it is.
I think that's air conditioning.
No, the BTUs.
On a heater?
Yeah.
You might be right. I've only ever heard
it's a British thermal unit.
Which could be hot or cold,
right?
Yeah, it's a measure of heat.
There you go.
There you go. Plus, here's the thing.
But, dude, a fire burns at what? 212 degrees?
A fucking huge swimming pool?
An above-ground pool, it's not that big. That's what I'm saying.
You need like 4 or 5 trash cans to heat that up.
I think you're nuts. You're crazy.
I'm an above-ground pool guy. Mr.
Yeah.
Saltwater Pool or Ozone Pool, whatever you're swimming in.
I don't have a pool.
Your country club. I don't belong to a country club.
I don't belong to a country club. I don't have a pool. We had a pool growing up, and it's probably backfilled at this point.
And let me say this.
What?
Here's the difference. If you're an above-ground pool person, be an above-ground pool person. If you're an in-ground pool person, be that way. Have the heated pool with the stone waterfall coming out of the jacuzzi. Above-ground pool people, we want it cold because we can't afford the in-ground pool with the heat. So we lie to ourselves and we say, we like it cold. It's refreshing in the summer, which it is. At night, gets a little chilly.
That's what I'm saying. A little fucking heater wouldn't kill you. That's what I'm saying. You raise that up 8 degrees, that's a party. You're cutting yourself off to spite your nose.
You get used to it after a couple of minutes.
After you pee 2 times in here. Heat it up organic style.
That's how you heat it up, baby.
Farm to table. What are we doing here? Get the chickens from next door and eat in a pool myself. Let's do it. All right, let's see. This one's from Robert Redford's penis.
Nice.
Are you garbage if instead of throwing out your old mattress, you rip it up and use it as packing material?
Crazy.
How much are you sending?
I wouldn't.
That would have to be in your apartment for fucking...
Man.
I mean, 100 years?
You know
You'd have to work at a shipping depot or something like that.
You know the stuff that used to be in a box spring? The springs, and then there was like this white stuff?
Not really.
Oh, man. I've hauled out a couple of real old box springs. Yikes.
The white stuff.
It was like white, like lining or
Felt.
padding.
It was kind of like felty. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But it was like turned into like popcorn. It looked like asbestos.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, yikes.
That'll jam you up.
Ugh.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. That's not. I mean, if you own a shipping company, that might make sense to me. If you're like, yeah, we just gotta fill out this box. We use newspaper or fucking packing peanuts or fucking whatever.
Sorry, your package smells like 10 years of farts.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to help this idiot out. This guy's bonka. What do you want from me?
I sent you something in the mail.
It's a little piece of me.
Yeah, get out of here with that.
Oh God.
Get out of here.
All right, let's see. This is from Sergeant Hangs Low. $5 tray. Show me. Never have one read as a garbage. If the person in front of you pays for your food at the drive-thru and you don't pay for the person behind you, I'm all jammed up. Yeah, dude. Breaking a pay-it-forward line is a tough look.
I've never experienced anything like that. Have you been in something like that?
I think so.
So the
I
first
think at a
person would have to
McDonald's.
pay for their food and the person behind them.
Yeah, pay-it-forward type thing.
Huh. I've never been involved in something like that. I would love to be in on that.
Yeah, it's because they see you in the rear view. I ain't footing that bill.
Damn, rent's due next
I got
week.
kids in school.
That fat ass is on his own.
What do you get? That fat motherfucker back there. What do you get? 3 apple pies?
This accent has changed to 5 different people. Yeah. I think I paid it forward. Yeah. But it's also like, if you have it, you have it. You're willing to pay. You're in line, ordered, willing to pay for yours.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
You're still out your $8 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And true, unless, you see the moon behind you. I'm just smiling. Hello.
I think the only time I would not pay it forward, obviously if I was jammed up like this gentleman, but
you would eat the free food?
if nobody was behind me.
Oh, come
I go,
on.
hey, buddy. I don't know. You can be
pull out
close.
you pull out of the line, go over the curb.
Yeah, I think that would be the only time I would do it.
You know what happened to me this morning? I told you that my one outdoor furniture blew off and fell onto the construction site next door.
Mm-hmm.
I had to go down there.
Get beat up by some construction workers.
Talking about real men.
Uh-huh.
It looks a lot different when you get down there. The mud's about 4 inches thick because it was raining. I was down there in my Crocs and shorts. But I walked in there. I was like, "Hey, man, my whatchamacallit blew over you guys' fence. Can I grab it?" And the kid was like, "Yeah, I'll go get it. You can't come back." You know what I mean? There was shit everywhere.
Wearing fucking Crocs. That's a job. That's not OSHA approved. Can't be have your Piggly Wigglies out on a goddamn construction site.
Start sinking in.
Oh man, wait, dude. First of all, hold on. Did you ever see that fat lady that gets stuck in the foam pit?
Oh, she goes right
dude,
through
you know
it.
those like the foam pits that you would like practice like now they have them at like the trampoline parks.
She goes through
Dude,
it like
she
a dart.
jumped in and just like, oh, this is so fun. And then it cuts to her, dude. They have like 15 people pulling her because she doesn't have the upper body strength to pull herself out.
Oh, that would be me, man.
Oh man,
I'd go
sinking.
straight to the bottom.
Dude, they're trying to dig her out, and like, dude, it's fucking.
That's something I've never done.
What?
I've never been in a ball pit. I missed it. I missed it as a kid. I never got the opportunity to go to a ball pit. I always wanted to.
You missed it.
I never got to do it, and it kind of didn't start getting some steam that were on my radar until I was getting older, maybe like 11, 12, 13.
What year were you born?
1976.
Eric McMillan created the first ball pit in 1976.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Captain Kids in San Diego. Yeah.
McDonald's had them for a little while. Then
Later.
everybody got like herpes from it. Something like that.
Yeah, everybody got MRSA.
Yeah. Never got to jump into a ball pit.
They say there's like a crazy amount of poop in there.
I'm sure.
Like it's like a worse than my underwear in the trash can.
I'm sure you got to take that out, by the way.
Sure.
I'm sure
Luke.
I'll handle it.
Actually, let me.
I'm like Fast Eddie.
Uncle Eddie.
What was I saying?
Poop in ball pits. Go.
Poop in ball pits. I always wanted to do it. Not poop in a ball pit.
I always wanted to take a dookie in there.
Yeah, never got a chance.
Really?
Yeah.
They were a good time.
Dude, it seemed like it was the greatest thing ever.
It was and it wasn't.
I was also scared of him, too, that I would drown in it for some reason or not be able to get out. I assumed there was some way I could get smothered in there.
They were, like, kind of tough, if they were deep enough to get your footing.
Some older kid grab you, pull you in.
Did you see that jackass? They put, like, anacondas in there. And
That's no good.
Fucking, they were biting them and shit. Fuck that.
But this kid walked over, got the thing for me and brought it back. Tried to hit him with a dub. Nah, I can't. Come on, brother. Listen, it's me. Gave him the whole song and dance. Wouldn't take it. He's
What's
like,
the
no,
whole
no.
song and dance?
I just really
I'm
pushed.
H. Foley. I'm a singer, actor, and comedian.
You want a picture?
Hey, buddy, let me print this out and sign. You're trying to give him a signed headshot.
Hey, sorry, get your fat ass out of here before you get hurt.
It's not easy in the service industry. That guy probably makes fucking more than you.
I know, but it was just nice of him to do that. He could have been a dick. They could have not gave it to me.
I know, but that's weird to tip someone not in a service industry to me. It's kind of disrespectful, honestly.
Really, you think?
A little bit.
Huh.
Yeah, like, oh, here, you need, like, here you go. It's
No,
like, I know,
what-
but I'm saying people can take it as, like, what if someone tried to tip you? I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You're like, I don't fucking work for, like, after a show, someone's like, oh, here's 20 bucks.
If it was something like that, no. If it was something like that, I would have done the same thing that he did. But I was just shocked that he did it. He's a good kid.
Yeah, but I'm saying you would have done the same thing.
And I'm also older than him. He was probably like in his early 20s.
Sure, yeah,
Working
I
as
don't
a
know.
foreman too.
I
Kid's
don't know,
a
just
go-getter.
Tipping someone that doesn't work on tips is a weird thing.
But I think age sometimes balances that out. You know what I mean? I'm 47. It's not like
You could play 32.
Thank you. It's not like I gave it to like a
1,000 pounds.
It's like I gave it to like a 56-year-old man.
I know. I'm just saying, but I mean, like, yeah, I don't know.
Anyway, the point of the story was that he was a good guy. Yeah,
Great.
that's all I got.
All right, we got to wrap it up though, gang.
That's it.
Yeah, buddy, we're well over an hour here.
What do we got? What do you got for them out there?
We're
on the road.
Obviously, we have Columbus and Cleveland coming up. Those tickets there's maybe about 20, 30 tickets left to each show. For that, get those while you still can.
August 11th, late show added at the Vogel Theater. Tickets are moving.
That's about halfway sold out. The second show, that is for sure going to fucking sell out. If
Grab
you want to
'em.
come, grab those tickets. Let's fucking hang. It's going to be a party. We did one last year, sold it out. We're selling out two this year. I'm calling it now. Let's do it, baby. Also, obviously, like the big man said, merch is available at allyougugarbage.com. We have Zippo-style lighters and T-shirts. Check them out, gang. We love you. Thank you for the support.
Love you, gang. We'll see you next week. Peace.